Really, we don't need any props other than a chair, maybe a glass of water. And we're going to start like we start in almost all yoga practices with a little mindfulness. I'm going to put my screen on. One moment, please. Let's see. Okay, I think I've got it. Wait, no, I got to go to, sorry, full screen. Good, there we go. So let's start in a comfortable seated position, and is true with all yoga practice. At the end of this practice, I want you to feel like you've moved your body, but I don't want you to at any point in this practice to say to yourself, ow, that hurts. If you're saying, ow, that hurts, back off of whatever we're doing and go back to the place where you were before it hurt. So that is, there'll be times, hopefully, where you're saying, ooh, I'm really stretching that. And that's what we want. But like, ouch, that's no good. So close your eyes, put your hands on your knees, find a comfortable seat, relax in your chair. My back is resting on the back of my chair. If it's comfortable for you to have your eyes closed, close your eyes, or a soft gaze at something in front of you. And that soft gaze is called drishti. And drishti is one of the tools that we use to help us stay in the present. And also it becomes a huge tool when we're balancing. And that soft gaze at an unmoving part of our room, or if we're outside, something that's not moving, really helps in balance. And we are going to practice balance today. But for now, breathe in and out, natural breath. No judgment about your breath. Just breathe in and out as you always do. Maybe it's through your mouth. Maybe it's through your nose. And let your mind go where it will go, maybe on what you've got to do later today, or on something you watched on TV last night. I watched The Crown. I'm still thinking about that family, trying to make sense of it. Draw your shoulders back and down. So in many of our lives today, certainly my natural spine kind of has my shoulders up around my ears. And we want to try to draw our shoulders down. Maybe even try to bring our shoulder blades a little together, still comfortably seated. So nothing extreme, just awareness of our shoulders and our breath. Now let's bring a little more intention into our breathing, and we'll do, some people call it circular breath or square breath, where we, on a count of 3, inhale, hold at the top for a count, and then exhale 3 and hold at the bottom. And the point is to notice our breath, become aware of our breath, and also create an even inhale and exhale. Inhale at the count of 1, 2, 3, hold, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, hold. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, hold. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, hold. 2 more times. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, hold. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, hold. Last one. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, hold. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, hold. Now we're going to just breathe normally. In your body, there are 3 bandhas. There's the Mula Bandha, which is at the pit of your abdomen, your perineum. There's the Jalahara Bandha, and there is a 3rd bandha, which at the moment I am forgetting the name of, and I'm going to get it right because it's important. Mula is at the pit of your stomach, or really your perineum. The Uddiyana Bandha is in your abdomen, and the Jalahara Bandha is in your neck. And it's the Jalahara Bandha that we think of when we're breathing. And when we, in yoga, we talk about Ujjayi breath. And that's a breath where we make a sound with our throat. Really, it's that Jalahara Bandha. We sort of tuck our chin in, and we're breathing through our nose, and we're making, our breath is audible, so we can hear our breath. And as you practice, when you get into a position that is, you find a little difficult, not ouch, but just hard, employ this breath. And when you hear people say, breathe through it, we're actually doing the Jalahara block, we're tucking our chin, and we're making that sound, that constricted sound in our throat. See if you can hear me. Could you hear that? Could you hear? It's a, so practice it yourself. You tuck your chin slightly. You're just constricting your throat, and you're making, sometimes we call it the sound of the ocean. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, and make a sound that's really coming through your throat. So these 2 tools, drishti, the soft gaze on an unmoving point, and the ujjayi breath, which is engaging your Jalahara Bandha, those are the 2 tools that as you get into difficult poses, you can use to help you work through it. Because one of the things in yoga, whether it be chair yoga or on your mat, it is about kind of stretching your limits and getting into situations, poses that are a little bit difficult. And we use these 2 tools in addition to some others, but these are 2 prime tools that we use to work through the difficulty. So we'll start, as we always do, with some hand warm-ups, because if you were to progress to mat yoga or getting on the floor, you're on your wrists a lot. And I think we ignore our wrists. So put your hands out in front of you like you're stopping someone. Stop! And we're going to open and close our fingers 30 times as quickly as possible. And I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Stop. Now you can put your hands on your knees, have your fingers pointing towards one another, and really feel that stretch. I feel it kind of on my back of my hands, but also in my wrist. Now switch it around and put your wrists so that they face each other. Try to lean into it. Plug your shoulders down. When I go back to a studio, the one thing that the instructor is always doing adjustment on me is my shoulders down. So you too can remind me of that because my shoulders are usually up. Now place your palms facing up and your wrists facing your knees, and see if you can get a little stretch there. Good, 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 good. We woke our wrists up. You can do a little swirling around, give them a little release. Our very, very ignored wrists. Another part of our body that's ignored is the ankle. We ask a lot of our ankles and we really don't give them enough credit because they're holding us up. So stick your foot out in front of you. You can see the bottom of my foot, and point your toe and bring it back to your face. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. 2 more times. Point and flex. Now circle your ankle. One way, another way. My ankle just gave a little crack. So why do we do this? Because you'll notice when we do any kind of balancing, a lot of times people say, wow, I can't balance. But a lot of times it's because our ankles have gotten weak maybe. We don't think about strengthening our ankles. You can stick your other foot out straight. I've got my toes flexed. Point. Flex back to your face and point. Flex back and point. Make sure your other foot is firmly on the ground, giving you further stability. My back is really plastered in the back of my chair. Point and flex. One more. Point and flex and circle your ankles. Maybe one side feels different than the other side. That's true for everybody. My right side is very different than my left side. And put your foot on the ground. Great. So we woke up our wrists and our ankles, 2 ignored body parts. Now another body part, I don't know if it's ignored, but we ask a lot of it, and that's our neck. So we've already talked about dropping your shoulders down. There's another phrase that we use is plug your shoulders into your shoulder sockets and drop your shoulder blades down. That's just another way of getting your shoulders down. Because I think a lot of us are on the computer, so we're like this a lot. So our chin's out front and our back is round. So we want to bring it back, bring our chin back. Now, let's dip your left ear to your left shoulder. See how far you can dip it. Bring it back up. Dip your right ear to your right shoulder. Don't lift your shoulder. Try to get your ear to that lowered shoulder. Now come back up. Let's do this a few more times on each side in your own time. And I'm trying to keep my spine straight. I'm not tipping over to one side or the other. Now, we're going to add front and back. So we're going to take our shoulder to our chest. We're going to tip our chin back. Did I just say take your shoulder? I meant chin to your chest. Take your chin back, look up. Right ear to right shoulder, right ear to left shoulder, chin to chest, chin looking up, right shoulder, left shoulder. Now let's do it as if we're doing a full circle. So down, left, back, right, down, shoulders down, left, back, right, down, left, back, right. Now bring your right arm above your head and grab a hold of your left ear with that right arm. My elbow sticking pretty much straight up. And now we're going to, I did this wrong. I want to go like either side. You're going to dip your ear. You're going to actually be using your hand as an assist. So regardless of the side you're on, try to just give now your neck is a little more loose, a little more of an assist, and switch. You're just assisting, seeing if your head can go a little bit more that way. Good. One more time on each side, up, hand on ear, assist. I'm trying to keep my spine straight, although I think I'm tipping. And over. Good. Hands back on your knees. So that was a very good warm-up. We're going to do one more warm-up, and this is to get now our hips warmed up. So in yoga practice, we do something when we're on a mat. I'll show you how this goes. And if you can, at any point, get on your mat. This is cat-cow. My hands are right under my elbows, and my elbows are right under my shoulders. My shoulders are plugged in, and I go up. This is cow. I'm looking up. My belly is dropped. My booty, my sacrum is really tipping towards the ceiling. My toes are on the mat. And then I come up for cat. This is howling cat. I'm really arching my back. I'm tucking my chin in, and now my sacrum is tipping forward. So this action, we call this Jennifer Lopez butt, and this is Michael Jackson butt. Because with Jennifer Lopez, she's popping her booty out, while Michael Jackson is tucking his booty. We can do the same thing in the chair. So that same swivel of your spine, you're going forward and you're going back. And we can put our hands on our knees. So we're going forward like cow. Now my booty is really popping up in the back, and I'm coming into halloween cat. I'm really arching my back. I'm bringing my chin down, and I'm swiveling my sacrum forward. Now go back, cow. I'm bringing my chest through my triceps. I'm looking up, and now I'm dipping down, halloween cat. I'm really coming forward. My chin is on my chest. I'm really swiveling my sacrum forward. And cow. Let's do this 4 times. Really accentuate this movement, the swiveling of your hips. And you can go slow. You don't have to go fast at all, because what we're doing is really trying to get our hips awake. And one more time. I'm going into a cat. Breathing out. Breathe in for cow. And last one, cat. Breathe out. Breathe in. Look up. for cow. Good job. So let's bring our hands to our heart, thumb knuckles into our chest, lower your eyes or close them. And a brief mindfulness after we've warmed everything up. We're mindful of our bodies, of all the good that they do, of their strength, of their resilience, of their flexibility, of their stamina. And I honor you for making time to come here today. There's a million reasons why you didn't have to come, but you did come. And I congratulate you. And we bring our thumb knuckles up to our forehead. We breathe in, we breathe out. We'll begin this practice with a sound of one Om. Om. Good, 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 good. Let's do some, I think we should wake up our shoulders a little bit. I want you to bring your right hand down along your right shin and bring your left hand up overhead and look at your thumb. And switch. Left hand down along your left shin, bring your right arm up and look at your right thumb. We're going to do this 5 times. Right hand down, left hand up. Make sure your whole body is staying firmly in your seat. You're not popping up, and shift. It's almost like we're swimming. I don't know exactly what the stroke would be, but it sort of reminds me of maybe a little bit of the crawl. 2 more times. Up. This is really a twisting chair pose. Good. Good, good, good. Let's come into sun salutations. I don't know what it's like in South Jersey, but in Philadelphia, I'm looking out the window. It's pretty sunny. So it's a good time to do sun salutations. So here's the sun salutation. Bring your arms up overhead, fold down over your thighs, hands on the floor. Come up to a sitting position with your hands on your thighs. Bring your arms out, stretching out in front of you. My arms aren't exactly parallel. They're about 45 degrees out in front of me. Come back to cactus arms, like this. Hands to the mat. Mountain pose, bring your arms up overhead. To prayer. To fold, forward fold. Back up to mountain. To prayer. That was one sun A. We'll do it again. Arms up overhead, fold. Halfway lift, that's your hands on your knees. You're really straightening your back. Come forward, stretch, stretch, stretch. Hands to cactus, good. Fold. Mountain, arms up overhead, hands to heart. Fold. Mountain. Stretch, stretch, stretch up. Really stretch up. Hands to heart. Good. So the salutation meditations is a typical way of beginning a yoga practice, and it warms your body up so that when we do our stretches later, our body is warm and we won't get injured. So we're going to do, in a typical practice, we would do this maybe 10 times. We'll do it a couple more times. So hands to prayer. Your arms are, my elbows are really out to either side, and I'm trying to drop my shoulder blades. And I'm trying to plug my shoulders into my sockets. Bring your hands up overhead. Fold down. Hands to knees. I'm really locking in my abdominal. Really like you're zipping up your favorite blue jeans. Get that zip right down there. That's actually your mula bandha. That's another bandha. We're coming forward. We're stretching out. We're reaching the front of the room. Come back to cactus arms. Again, your shoulder blades are dropped. Hands up to the mat. Come up, up, up. Stretch up. Really, my pinkies are actually, you can't see it, but my pinkies are actually facing each other. Kind of got my wrists twisted. Hands to prayer. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Hands to prayer. On your screen, can you see my email? No? Okay, good. Can you see it? I don't know why my email pops open. Sorry about this. I do apologize. Okay, it's gone. Okay, let's do one more of these sun bees. So hands to prayer. Elbows out, shoulders down. Mountain pose. Fold down. Come halfway up, mula bandha. You zipping your pants. Come out, reach out in front of you. Reach, reach, reach. Cactus arms. Fold. Mountain. Come up, stretch, stretch, stretch. Prayer. Fold. Mountain. Prayer. I lied. We're going to do one more of these because I really want to bring the breath sequence into it. Okay, so in prayer, we inhale. We exhale. Inhale to mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands on the knees. Exhale, stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Good job. Well done. You feel warmed up? Take a drink. What we would do typically is then we would go into a sun A. And sun salutation A's, that gets us into doing warrior positions, which we're going to do some seated warriors. But I want you to stand up because we're going to practice our assisted downward facing dog. So you know, in a downward facing dog, when you're on your mat, looks like this. Your hands are shoulder distance, your feet are shoulder distance or hip distance, and you're making the shape of a V. My head is dropped. So we're going to mimic that with a chair. So we want our hands on the back of our chair, and I want you to back your feet up to as far as is comfortable. so that you can actually get your arms stretched out and your back straight. So if you see, I'm making a shape kind of like a, I guess we would call that an L. So look down at your toes. Your toes are facing 12 o'clock. Your ankles are under your knees. Your knees are under your hips. So look at your position. Maybe you've got to widen your feet a little bit. And we want to bring water to our knees. So our knees are not locked. Our knees have a little bend. When you do that, you should feel your sacrum kind of tip up to the ceiling. My arms are stretched out strongly on the back of the chair. Come back up and stand. So I would think you probably feel that a little bit in your lower back, right? That might be something where you're asking, we've woken our back up, right? We've done the cat-cows, but now we're really stretching it out. So in this position, we're really extending the crown of our head to the wall in front of us. Our legs are back, and we're getting some bend in our knee, allowing our sacrum to tip up to the ceiling, our arms extended, come back in. So do that 3 times in a way that you feel the stretch, but you're not saying ouch. So back up. Let's do it together. 1 time, breathe. In and out. Make sure your knees are bent. In and out. 1 more breath. In and out. Come up out of it. Step up. Shake it out if you need to. Just give your hips a swivel. Good. Now come back again. Step back, step back, step back. Arms on the back of your chair. Really stretch your back out and tip your booty up. Kind of a, this is a little bit of a J-Lo booty. And breathe in and out. In and out. In and out, and come out of it. And give your hips a swivel. If that feels good, kind of shake your knees up. Give a whole kind of wiggle. Feels good. Stretch out. And 1 more of these, okay? Grab the back of your chair and start working your way back to the position. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Bend your knees a little bit. Breathe in. Breathe out. In and out. 1 more breath. In and out. Good. Come up out of it and give a little stretch. Good, good, good. So why do we say bring a bend to your knees? So if you can see my knees always look bent, so I'm probably the worst person to demonstrate this. But when you lock your knees, you see some people that they call like banana legs, right? Their knees are locked, right? So lock your knees, stand up and lock your knees. See how that feels? So that means we're stacking all of our bones on top of each other. Everything's locked up. But in yoga, we actually want to bring a bend to our knees, bend to our joints, because now we're using muscles. And when we use our muscles get to stretch. You can't stretch your bones. So that's why we typically want our joints to be not locked out, but a little bit of what we call water in them. So keep that in mind when we do these next few things. Grab the back of your chair. Now we're going to step our left foot back. My right foot is maybe 6 inches from the back of my chair. My left foot is back. Go take it as far back as you can, and then try to get your heel on the floor. You're going to feel this profoundly in your calf muscle. My hands are on the chair for steadying myself. Stretch and bend that front knee. So that front knee is over your ankle. And straighten your back, bring your shoulders down your back, and breathe. One more breath. Bring that foot up to meet your other foot, and now take your right foot back. Maybe it feels a little different than your left side. That's okay. Take it back as far as you can, where you can actually get your heel on the mat or on your floor. The important thing is you want your front knee bent right over your ankle. I've got to scooch my toes forward a little bit. And I'm plugging my shoulders in, my shoulders down my back, and I'm breathing. One more breath in and out. And bring your right foot up to meet your left. Shake it out a little bit. Shake, shake, shake. Now let's do it one more time on each side. So my right foot is forward. I take my left foot back. I get my left ankle onto the floor or as close to it as I can. This is a serious calf stretch. And actually, I'm scooching my front leg forward. Plug your shoulders in, straight back, and breathe. One more breath in and out. Bring your feet forward so that they meet, and step your right foot back as far as it'll go, where your heel can meet the floor, and straight back. Breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. Good job, good job. Now come around to the front of your chair. So my chair's like this, and I'm going to actually grab my seat. So you can have your hands right on your chair, or you can grab the seat of your chair, whatever gives you most comfort, okay? And my feet are going to be, let's see, let's make it about 2.5 feet behind the seat of the chair. I'm going to really plug in my shoulders. I'm going to straighten my back. And I'm going to bring my left knee into my chest. And then I'm going to kick it back. This is knee to nose. And this is standing tabletop. Bring your knee back in. Knee, left knee to chest. Bring it back, straight back behind you. Flex your toes. So my toes are kind of facing my body. Bring your knee back in, kick it back. Breathe in, exhale, kick back. Put that foot on the ground. Now, do the same thing on the right. Bring your knee into your chest and kick it back. Knee to chest, exhale, kick it back. Sorry, that's the exhale. Breathe in, knee to chest, exhale, kick back. 2 more, knee to chest. Really, you can round your back and then kick back, try to straighten your back. Breathe in, knee to chest, exhale, straighten back. Good job. So as promised, we are going to do some balance. So there are, your chair can be in any way that makes sense to you. So you can hold on to the back, you can have it like this, whatever. You want to get yourself into a stable position, standing up, holding on, and let's try tree pose. So there are three steps. One is kickstand. So my toes are on the ground and my ankle is meeting my other ankle. My right knee is facing the right wall. If that seems super easy, you can bring your foot up onto your shin. If that seems super easy, you can bring your foot up into the inside of your thigh. But let's say for today, it's either kickstand or in shin. So drop your foot. So here is balance. Balance is so important because we don't want to lose, we want to have as much stability as we can. So here's where that drishti comes into play. So look at something other than me or other than your screen. A gaze point on the wall in front of you. You're going to breathe. You can use that ujjayi breath where your Jahalabandha is locked and you're making the sound of the ocean. So using breath and drishti, gaze, to help you balance. So bring your foot up to the comfortable position, kickstand or into your shin. You can hold on to your chair, gaze, breathe, and maybe for a moment, see if you can let go of your chair. And then put your hand back. Or you can put your hands at any position, prayer, or up overhead, if that works, and down. And then we're going to switch. So maybe you're going to switch your chair over or go onto the other side of your chair. Bring your foot up into on your ankle or on your shin. You can bring your hands to prayer and maybe just for a second and then grab. And really work on bringing water to your standing knee. So make sure your standing knee has a little bend to it. And down. Good job. We're going to switch and do it on the other side. So practice balance. You can practice balance while you're waiting online or when you're standing at your kitchen sink. This is a great thing to practice. And your hands can be at any position. It can be samastiti, up overhead. Reverse namaste behind you. And breathe. And hold. If you fall out, just come right back into it. And down. Falling out from balance poses, or really any pose, is really just, it means that you're pressing your limits. So falling out is actually a good thing. It's not a bad thing. A lot of times we go, oh, I can't believe I fell out. Nah, it's like, it's good. It's all good. Breathe. Gaze. Ujjayi breath. Hands to the mat, floor, feet on the floor. Good job. So if that was kind of easy, let's practice another balance. So let's try eagle with assist. So in eagle, you're wrapping your arms around and your legs around. So if you're holding on, obviously you're not going to be wrapping your arms around. You can bring your arm behind you, wrap your left leg. In this case, my left leg is going to go around my right, and I'm going to try to actually get my toes around my shin. Maybe you don't get there. Maybe you just wrap your leg like you're sitting in a chair and you sink. Sink, 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 come back up. Good. I'm going to go to the other side. This is why this little light chair is certainly nice. I can just flip it around. I'm holding on. I'm wrapping my right leg like I'm crossing my legs. Doesn't have to be any more than this. I can have my toes flexed on the outside of my right shin. And the point is, I'm sinking. So this is like chair pose, really, except we've got crossed legs like we're in eagle. So it's sort of a combination of the two. And I'm breathing. I'm trying to get my hips to sink back. Come back up. Try that on the other side one more time. This is a great thigh stretch. So to the extent to which you can do this, just give it a whirl, holding on the back of your chair, crossing your legs, and try to sink. Sink, sink, sink. Breathe up. One more time on the other side. Now I'm crossing, in my case, I'm crossing my right leg over my left, and I'm sinking. And it looks like my body is cut in half because of the shadow in my room. Sink, sink, sink. Good. Come back up. Well done. Super, super well done. I appreciate you all trying to do this. I'm going to take another drink. Check the time. Okay, good, good. I think we should do some twisting. So twisting, we've warmed up our spine. Twisting is really good for digestion. So let's start with arms overhead. Bring your knee up and lower. Other knee and lower. Let's do this 5 times. Knee up and lower. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now I want you to come into prayer. And now I want you to twist, bringing your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and stack your shoulders. So we're twisting, look down and see if your knees are parallel with one another. That's what you want. You don't want one knee popping out. So if one knee is popping out, draw it back and breathe. On the inhale, you extend. On the exhale, twist deeper. So inhale, extend, exhale, twist. Inhale, extend, exhale, twist. Come back up to seated. Hands on your knees. Take a breath in and out. Hands to prayer. Twist left. Right elbow on the outside of my left knee. Look and get yourself set up. See where your knees are. Your toes are pointed straight ahead at 12 o'clock. My palms are really in with one another, and I'm using that elbow on my knee to leverage the twist. Breathe in, extend, exhale, twist. Breathe in, extend, exhale, twist. Keep your hips and your bum firmly on the chair. Breathe in, extend, exhale, twist. Come back up. Breathe, your hands on your knees. Take a breath in and out. Breathe in. Hands to prayer. One more time on each side. Left elbow, right knee. Your knees can be together. Breathe in. The crown of your head is really drawing forward. Exhale, twist. Breathe in. Extend. Exhale, twist. Breathe in. extend, exhale, twist. Come back up to center, hands on your knees. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Hands to heart. Last time on the left side, right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Extend and twist. Breathe in, extend, exhale, twist. One more breath in, exhale, twist. Good job. Come back to center. Ha, ha. So all the Ujjayi breath, all the breathing through the nose, sometimes it's good to breathe in and ha, ha, ha. Good. So let's try a warrior pose. So I am going to swivel around. My right knee is facing the wall to my right. I'm bringing my left leg behind me, behind my chair. I'm on my left toes. I'm straightening my leg, but it's not locked. But my right knee is right over my right ankle, and my right toes are straight ahead at 12 o'clock on that right wall. My pelvis floor is right on the chair. So that is warrior. So this is like we're in warrior one. You can bring your arms up overhead and now open to warrior two. So now my arms are stretched just like my legs are. My right arm's going in front, my left arm is very energetic, and you're really drawing your hands to either side of the room. Bring it back to center. Breathe. Breathe in and out. We're going to go back up to warrior one, which is mountain pose, arms overhead. And now we're going to open to warrior two. Breathe. Really stretch your arms in either direction. Breathe. 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 Bring your arms back to center. We'll do this one more time on the side. Breathing in and out. Bring your arms up overhead. Breathe and open to warrior two. Breathe. You can look right over your front fingers and bring your arms back to center. Good job. And let's turn around and do the other side. So now we're shimming around. My left foot is now pointing towards my left mat, the left side of the room. And I'm shimming my right leg. Get yourself set up. Take your time. No rush. Because we want our pelvis floor right still on our chair. Sort of the edge of my chair is going right into my hip crease. My left knee is facing the left side of the room. And breathe, breathe, breathe. Bring your arms up overhead like warrior one. Now open to warrior two. My left hand is right over my left leg, bent left leg, and my right hand is over my straightened right leg. I'm on my right toes. Breathe. Hands back to center. Breathe. Breathe. Bring your hands up to warrior one, right overhead like a mountain. Now extend like warrior two. Gaze over your left fingers. Breathe. 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 And breathe naturally, your hands at center. You could come back to prayer if that's comfortable, or just rest on your knee. We'll do this one more time. You can see my right leg is really bent. it should be strong. So you should be really feeling your back toes in your floor. So it's not just kind of flopped there. It's got activity. Your thigh muscles are engaged. Come back up to warrior one, mountain pose, arms up overhead. Open to warrior two. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out and come back to center. Come back to a comfortable seat. You should probably feel this in your thighs. I do. I feel it rather profoundly in my thighs. And breathe in and breathe out. Find a very comfortable seated position. Draw your shoulders up and drop them down. Bring your shoulders up, scrunch up, and down. Breathe out. Breathe in, shoulders up and down. Ha, ha, ha. Find your natural breath. Bring your hands to prayer. Feel your thumb knuckles in the wall of your chest. Close your eyes. Find your normal breath. Breathe in and out. Maybe you set an intention for your day. My intention is to love myself. That is at the core of nonviolence, which is the first yama in yogic thought. If you love yourself, that's the beginning of loving other people. And loving other people is the cornerstone of nonviolence. More on that later. Breathe in and out, just natural breath. We'll end the practice with the way we started, with the sound of one Om. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Place your thumb knuckles now on your forehead and look up to the sky. The light in me honors and respects the light in you. We bow down and we say, Namaste, Namaste.